Hello, fellow humans. My name is Dorothy Laxton, and this is Fostering Untethered Communication and Knowledge, an adventure in stimulating objective, critical thought, shining the spotlight through individual spectacles, putting it once again on the bigger picture and our parts in it. Searching for life beyond the lifestyles we North American urban dwellers have to choose to chase, encouraging all to participate in positive change. Good morning, fellow humans. Here I go again. At least this time I found a way to prop the phone. It is October 21st, 2022. And I wake up in the mornings with the sun, wanting to find some hope. I'm so deeply disturbed by where we are in Canada. I am deeply disturbed by where we are as a culture. And I'm more deeply disturbed that my concern is deemed to be offensive. But that's not surprising, because we're hell-bent on destroying ourselves at this point. It really seems. There's no recognition on any side, anywhere, of a need to stop and think about things and have some real perspective. And I live in a country where for lack of a better way to describe it, constant cognitive dissonance, because I just do not understand how people don't see what I see. But I do, because you know what? I am an addict, and I know all about rationalizations, guys. And am I a hypocrite? Yeah. Because I, on a micro level, in my own little bubble, my life somehow, I don't know, I can't. Is it an excuse that I absorb the energies of this culture and act them out on myself, basically? Can I get my head around that damage that's been done to me by this culture? You know, we can talk about the things that happened to me, and it doesn't matter who did what. It matters what happened. And the fact that we have a culture that is literally creating and promoting the kinds of environments that did to me what was done to me. And I know I am far from the only person in the world that's experienced it. And you are all normalizing the conditions. And yeah, so I wake up every morning and look at a world that I don't want to live in, because I am literally triggered every day of my life. I got through 15 to 30 basically as an alcoholic predator, because it was the only way I could survive. And I have to look in the mirror there every day and accept that that's what I became, because it's what you all seem to want. I'm going to keep doing this until somebody actually listens to what I'm saying. Your devil may care, I have no responsibility to anybody but myself attitudes. Generation X created this, and we're responsible for it. And we have to stand up like good, honorable frickin' people and say, yeah, you know what? We're energy gluttons. And as much as we'd like to, fracking is going to destroy our water table. So that's why it's stupid. We've got to stop making now the priority. Yeah, we have to suck it up. Recession, by the way, guys, is a natural part of the economic cycle. And the more we avoid it, the bigger it gets, right? If we don't allow things, this endless profit, this seeking wealth. Wealth is like energy. It can't be created or destroyed. It moves around. You can lose it. Think about what happens to electricity when it goes through, the cable system. You do lose energy, right? It doesn't all get through. No logic, like basics. We have to get back to basics. If we're not working from the basics, we have no foundation. And what you're doing is saying, no, the basics, we could change the basics. No, we can't. We can screw them up, but we can't change them. They don't need fixing, they need accepting and working with. And that is on every level. All of this technology, yeah, this is great. I can do this. I can wake up in the morning, roll over in bed, pick up my phone and start recording and talking at you. And that's lovely. And there's part of me that's going, yeah, and think about all of this crap. And I'm participating in it right now, and I honestly really don't want to. And this is where I was kind of getting to, I guess, at the beginning. I have a verbal diarrhea problem. I recognize this, deal with it. Or don't. You can always say, bye. Most people do. I live in a country that would actually allow me right now, today, I could probably argue for MAID. If you don't know what MAID is yet, it's medical assistance in dying. Apparently, Vancouver Island is unofficially known as the euthanasia capital of the world, basically. There's apparently right now a mother of a 23-year-old trying to stop him from exercising MAID. There was a 60-something-year-old man with hearing loss that was admitted to the hospital because he was having suicidal thoughts. They admitted him for depression. And they ended up signing him up for MAID, and he's dead. The hospital did. Not his nurse practitioner, not his family. They were really concerned about what was going on with his care. And they signed him up for MAID, and he's dead. Just trying to deal with that. Oblivious drivers that don't realize just how fucking dangerous and threatening and bullying they are. Because we've got a system that is completely prejudicial against pedestrian travel in favor of the privileged driver. And it regularly endangers my life and incites episodes in me. And that's just one thing about our culture that triggers me on a daily basis. I have for 20, 30 years been complaining about having to see scantily clad women on bus shelters. I don't think that it's right that sex has crept into every corner of our lives. It is completely wrong that we are sexualizing children. I'm going to say it straight out as a child that was overtly sexualized and had sexual experiences before the age of 6. And what that did to my life and how I see myself and how I treat myself. And the result is how everybody else treats me, because I've literally trained people to treat me badly. I've literally developed my relationships. I can't stop doing it. I'm almost 50. I've tried everything. I had my first trauma therapy when I was 15 years old. Do you think that I could go and argue for MAID right now? I know I could. The second I found out that a woman with multiple environmental sensitivities, a 51-year-old woman with multiple environmental sensitivities, that they couldn't find housing for, took her life literally, and she said it straight out, that they just think I'm a pest. They want to make no effort to put her in an environment that she can live in. This happened in Ontario on February 22nd, 2022. She went by the name Sophia. I'm turning 50 in 2 months. I have no support system. I'm not well enough to keep it together to hold a job. But I'm not sick enough to get any real fucking help either. Because I learned early how to damage control. My life has been nothing but damage control. They call it DBT. And they make stupid mistakes, like my first DBT, they called it the rational mind, the reasonable mind rather than the rational mind. And I got to tell you, it's not reasonable. My biggest problem is my rational mind. That mind that's sitting there telling me that I can't wait for March fucking 17th, 2023, because that's when I can just say, this world drives me crazy. Could you kill me? And they'll do it. That's Canada. That's Canada. Good morning. It's Friday, October 21st, 2022. And we'll see if I make 50. Thanks for listening. Narrative bullshit. It's propaganda.